Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to talk about Kobe Bryant and 8 other lives that were lost this weekend. They were killed in a helicopter crash. The helicopter crashed into a mountain. They were headed to, I think Kobe Bryant teaches. He coaches, I guess, like kids, and they were on their way to like a basketball game with his daughter. It was Kobe Bryant, had the names Gianna Bryant, John Altobelli. I'm sorry if I'm messing these names up. Keri Altobelli, Alyssa Altobelli. They were husband, wife, and that was their daughter. Christina Mauser, Sarah Chester, Payton Chester, and the pilot was Ara Zobian. That's a man. And from what I understand, it was really, really, really foggy. And it's the weirdest thing because, so like I went to work Sunday, right? So I'm on my way to work. And I wasn't even on the internet because that was at the time I was making the video about Terry Crews and Gabrielle Union. So I go to work and I walk into work and my assistant manager was there and he was like, Kobe died. And I'm like, who was Kobe? And he's like, Kobe Bryant. I'm like, Kobe Bryant died? I'm like, no, he didn't. Because it just didn't make sense to me. Now, let me just say something. Y'all already know I don't watch sports. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch football. I don't watch hockey. I don't watch soccer. I don't watch any of that. The most I watch is track and field, and that's because I used to run track in middle school and high school. But for the most part, I don't know anything about LeBron James or Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or Shaquille O'Neal or Larry Bird. I don't know anything about their stats and how good or they were anything or are. Some of them were, some of them are. You get what I'm trying to say. And so I'm like, you're lying. And he was like, no, I'm not. And so, of course, the first thing I do is get on Instagram and it's just everywhere. And then I'm like, okay, this got to be a lie. And then I get on Google and it's there. And so I call my sister. And y'all don't know, but my sister and her husband are like Kobe Bryant fans. Like my brother-in-law absolutely loves Kobe Bryant. Their wedding date was the 24th because his jersey was 24. And so they got married on the 24th because of Kobe Bryant. Yes, that's how serious it was at my sister's house when it came to Kobe Bryant. And so I called her and I'm like, girl, I was like, did you hear about Kobe? And she was like, yeah. And she was telling me that my brother-in-law was taking it bad. He was like crying the whole day. Crying since they found out. And I was like, damn. She was like, and she said it felt like they lost a family member. They like really love Kobe Bryant. And I was like, damn, So we spoke for a couple of minutes and then I had to get off the phone because I was at work. And I was sitting actually right there in front of my manager when I just picked up the phone and called my sister. It's just weird. And then of course we started to hear stories. Then somebody told me it was Rick Fox. And then they told me it was 5 people. They said it was Rick Fox. Then they said it was Kobe Bryant's daughters and him. And so I'm like, that's not true. That's not true. Like, I just was like, I'm not believing that. Like, I'm not believing. And it like, even though I knew, like, at that point, Kobe Bryant had died, like, you're not going to get me to believe that his daughters and Rick Fox was on this plane and not all these people. Like, you're just not going to get me to believe it. And so I was like, I'm not believing that. And so, of course, I called my sister again. And she's like, yeah, we haven't really heard anything else. I'll let you know. And then, of course, she texted me back like a few minutes later, and she was like, it was his daughter, too. And I'm like, she was like his oldest daughter. And the reason why I was like, you lying, is because I thought his daughter, because they were saying his daughter was 13. I don't know why I thought Kobe Bryant's daughter was 18 years old. So I had in my head that his daughter was 18. I don't know where I got 18 years old from. But I thought that his daughter was 18. So I was like, okay, well, the information is wrong. Because his daughter is 18 and people are saying 13, 13, 13. Well, come to find out, I was wrong and his daughter actually was 13. That was his oldest daughter. I don't know why I thought they had a daughter older than that. I don't know. So TMZ was the first one to break the story. And my whole thing is this. Like, this is the thing that, I don't know, like, I try to look at stuff from both sides, right? And I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, because this is not even a devil advocate type of situation. So I get that y'all have a job to do, right? I get that TMZ and the blogs, their job is to report the news. They report celebrity gossip. They report when Nicki and Cardi get into a fight. They report when Jay-Z and Beyonce and Solange, or Solange is karate chopping Jay-Z ass to pieces on the elevator. They report the good, the bad. They report when people get shot. They report when people die. But a part of me is like, I get that that's your job, and I get that's your job. But is there a line that you just don't cross? Like, I get that you have to report this because that's your job, but when do you say, okay, we might need to just sit back, make sure the family knows first, and then we can roll it out? You see what I'm saying? That may sound too much like right. Because from what I've been hearing, like, the family didn't even know. Like, they literally found out, like, from the fucking news. Like, from TMZ, then once everybody else started reporting it. So I don't know if that's true or not. But let's say it is true. Like, where do you draw the line and say, okay, a person shouldn't find out that somebody who they care about is dead through TMZ, or through Shade Room, or through Hollywood Unlocked, or through whatever, Just Jared or Perez Hilton, whoever, whatever black, white, mix, whatever blog, whatever, they shouldn't have to find out through that. I feel like it was disrespectful. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, and this may not be possible. But I feel like it was disrespectful that they still had games that day. Because I felt like the same way I felt about Whitney Houston, I still feel this way about Whitney Houston. The same, when I was talking about Whitney Houston and Clive Davis throwing that party, and Whitney Houston's body was right 7 stories up, and y'all motherfucking asses is downstairs taking shots of tequila and drinking champagne and singing on stage, while y'all claim that the greatest singer of all time, her body is floating in a goddamn tub and y'all downstairs singing and dancing. You see what I'm saying? I feel like that's some disrespectful ass shit, especially coming from other musicians and people who claim they looked up to Whitney Houston. So I felt like y'all claim that Kobe is this great basketball player, but then y'all still having basketball games. I felt like they should have shut the shit down. Like, down. I understand the Grammys is on and all that stuff, but those basketball games should have came to a motherfucking halt. That's just how I feel. I understand it's money and all that shit on the line, but like I said, some stuff I just feel like, girl, it shouldn't have been no basketball games. It literally, I feel like they shouldn't have basketball. They shouldn't even have basketball games for at least a week or two. Y'all need to just put some shit back and rearrange some shit. Because if y'all have that much respect for this man, and I don't want to hear nothing about what Kobe will want. If y'all claim to have that much respect for that man, and how much he done for the game, the least y'all could have did was say, "Ooh, hey, game is over. Shit just got real." You know what I'm saying? That's just me. It's just crazy. Like, it's so unexpected. I mean, it shouldn't be, because death is going to happen. Anybody who takes a breath it's going to come to a time where you take your final breath. But I just don't think that anybody woke up. Like, I don't think anybody woke up and thought they were going to hear that Kobe Bryant and his daughter and 7 other people had just lost their lives, you know, in a helicopter accident crash. Like, you know how like we might wake up tomorrow and somebody said that 45, that white man that y'all voted president of the United States of America, you know, somebody said he's dead now. How I don't think that would be right, because at the end of the day, even though I don't like number 45 that sit in the White House, that man still got children, he still got a wife, he still has family who loves and cares for him. So I'm not wishing death on nobody, even if I can't stand your ass. But in my head, I feel like people would say, "Oh, okay," because they just put an $80 million hit on that nigga head. They said they want that nigga head on the platter. So would people really be surprised if he end up dead tomorrow? I don't think people would be surprised. People were surprised and shocked that Kobe Bryant had passed away. Like, nobody was expecting. And like I said, it's gonna hurt. It all will hurt, even if you know it's an expected death that's coming around the corner, or if it's unexpected, it's still gonna hurt. But I just don't think that, like, it's just, I know I'm just rambling. It's just, can you imagine being at your home and your daughter and your husband is walking out of the house and you like, "All right, I'll see y'all asses later." You know what I'm saying? "All right, when you get back, Gia, you got some fucking homework to do." You know what I'm saying? "Or I'll see you back tonight, baby." Or can you imagine, what's her name? Keri, John, and Alyssa, Altobelli. I think they have a daughter and a son. A daughter and a son. I think that I saw a picture. The girl looked like she was probably in middle school. So now your mama, your daddy, and your sister are all dead. And the crazy thing about it is, like, Kobe had his problems with infidelity, right? But I really do think, and y'all know I'm quick to say a nigga ain't shit, but I really do think Kobe had changed. Once Kobe fucked up, I really think that he was on a straight and narrow. Like, I really, really do. And I'm not just saying that because that man has passed away. I'm saying that because I really do believe that. I believe that when he had his issue of infidelity a long time ago, I think that he noticed that shit is real and this is my family and I want to have kids with this woman. I don't know if they had Gia at the time or not. I don't remember. But he really did change. We ain't heard shit about Kobe Bryant. Nothing. Nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. I feel so sorry for these people. I feel so sorry for them. Like, I really feel bad for them. And I'm not just Vanessa. I'm talking about all of them. All of them have families. All of them have people who care about them. Can you imagine, like, and they just had a daughter, like, a few months ago. I think, like, last summer. I don't remember. Can you imagine, like, your daughter being killed, your husband being killed, you have a newborn, you having to take care of a newborn who really don't know what's going on. You probably having to breastfeed her. You sitting there crying, trying to breastfeed, trying to take care of your other children. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Like, I don't even know how that man, like, who the fuck woke up and just thought that you was gonna hear that Kobe Bryant and his daughter and 7 other people died? Who thought that? I want y'all to raise y'all motherfucking hand, because I ain't think that. Like I said, some stuff, even though we shouldn't be surprised when people die, because that's what happens to us. We all gonna die. That's just a fact. But I just feel like there are certain things that we just don't expect. Like, I don't think that nobody's gonna expect tomorrow to hear if somebody died. You know, I don't think anybody just thought that. And then from what I understand now, I've been looking at the blogs and stuff. He used helicopters to get around. I think because of the traffic is so bad in LA, that's why he used helicopters. Which, shit, if I had the money and the means and all that, I'd do the same goddamn thing too. That's all I got, y'all. That's all I got. Whoever y'all pray to, y'all know I don't pray. But whoever y'all pray to, whatever y'all pray to, do what you do, baby. And just hope these people are all right. I hope Vanessa is okay. Hopefully she has a very great support system. And the thing is, it's just not Vanessa. You know, what about, I don't know if Kobe this is mom and daddy living, I don't know. I don't know anything about Kobe. If it's mom and dad, or if he has brothers and sisters, or cousins, or, you know, his best friends. Like, everybody is going through it. I know it's a different type of hurt probably for Vanessa, because that was her husband and that was her daughter. But all I can do is just say, you know, I hope everybody is okay. I hope those children, I hope the children who lost their parents are okay. I hope the people who lost their partners are okay. Those who lost their sisters and, you know, their sisters or brothers are okay. It's just a sad situation all around. And it really does mean, like, y'all have to, like, girl, you really do just have to just live your life, honey. I was just literally talking, and that's one of the, I don't even go into like going through that. We'll talk about that another day. But yeah, all right, y'all, I'm gone. Bye, y'all.